Thursday morning, it's another round of winter weather as you take a live look. 695 I-70 on the west side of the Beltway. Christy says she has some new accidents. We have some team coverage, and look at this behind me. We've got some ice on the lens.
Yeah.
Jim?
Absolutely. We're watching this building up. It's just very slowly building up on the lens. So, you know, we've been talking about this. All of us in the studio have been watching all of our live reports, and we're seeing this this transition. We've been seeing some mix. We've seen snow. We've seen some of this freezing rain. So it really is a mixed bag out there, but primarily a snow event for this time of morning. Right now, the radar is showing how this system is moving in from southwest up to the northeast. Some of the this would be white in a typical day, but now with all the heavier bands in, you're starting to see shades of blue. The darker the blue, the heavier the snow moving through. You get down toward southern Maryland and the lower eastern shore, and you're starting to see that mix where the temperatures are just fluctuating and pulling in a little bit of that moisture in from the east. So as this system starts to move on in, let's talk about the timeline of it all. 3 a.m. is when all the advisories went into effect. The winter storm warning and the winter weather advisory went into effect at 3 a.m. So from 3 a.m. till 8 a.m. is when we're expecting the snow to completely blanket the state, and you're seeing it play out now. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is when we're seeing that transition, and we're already seeing just a little, but we'll see that transition area-wide from sleet to freezing rain, and that's going to be a problem for us. Marty will talk about that in just a second. Freezing rain is not something we want to see. And then this afternoon, dry air starts to battle in. It'll bring us some dry slots, but it also helps to bring some of the snow back into the atmosphere, and then the storm is going to exit completely by tomorrow morning. But Marty, this is just the beginning of a system that we've been starting to see play out, and when it starts to come down, it comes down very quickly.
It does, and it's supposed to be doing that. So as far as we can tell, no real curveballs coming our way on this timeline you just showed. Winter storm warnings in effect through 6 a.m. tomorrow. Advisory off to the south and east. Same deal in effect through 6 a.m. These could get dropped earlier. That's a firm end time, but it doesn't mean there can't be an adjustment moving toward that hour. 28 for the record now on TV Hill, but 22 Westminster, Hagerstown. We're seeing those heavier bands of snow. 5 degrees warmer actually in Bel Air, 7 warmer in Elkton, same temperature in Annapolis as this time yesterday. Again, these for the records. Here's the reality. A 19-degree wind chill here on TV Hill. Snow goes to mixed precip. 32 degrees is going to be the high. Just a mixed mess, sloppy later. 31 degrees as a low. It's been very interesting to watch Stetson out in Carroll County with all snow. Snow now starting to fall in Harford County. But Annie Rose downtown seeing some sleet. It was bouncing off of her. And then seeing some rain. Now keep it in mind, when we talk about freezing rain, that's just actual rain hitting cold ground and freezing on contact. Anything that comes out of the sky that's icy would be sleet. So I still think we stay in this snow scenario, maybe where Annie Rose is, maybe a little flux because of the urban island. But certainly the event is on. Take it away, Christy. What do you have?
Oh, the event is definitely on. Take a look at this camera behind me in western Maryland, 68 at Savage. You can see it is just covered. So a lot of slip and sliding out there, treacherous conditions. Now jumping over and taking a look at the Beltway at Cromwell Bridge Road, you can see everybody's starting to slow down as things begin to fall. So if you are heading out, definitely take your time. Give yourself tons of extra time. Whether you're heading to work, school, wherever you're going, you're certainly going to need it this morning. Now, as far as accidents go, 50 eastbound at Ritchie Highway, a couple of new ones in there, 100 westbound at Coca-Cola Drive. Then that takes us over to southbound on the Harrisburg Expressway, a crash there between Mount Carmel Road and Belfast Road. So as you can see, we're just getting started. Back over to you.
Christy, thank you. WJZ has live team coverage of the storm, and we start with Annie Rose Ramos, who's in Canton and who has seen a little bit of everything. Annie Rose?
That's exactly right, Lynn. Everything has come our way this morning. At 5:30, we saw the snow for just a few minutes. As Marty mentioned, it's been a wintry mix. It turned to sleet, and now we've got rain here in Canton. And as you can see, my photographer, Greg, is going to sort of push down onto the ground, and it's now a crunchy kind of mix if you're walking around. And that's why, to echo what Christy said, if you see behind me Boston Street here, that is what turns these roads hazardous. And so that is why it's so important to kind of stay slow, keep it safe out there. We know over the weekend, hundreds of crews here in Baltimore City, the city's snow team has been working throughout the night to lay out that salt brine to make sure that everything goes as safe as possible, as we know that these roads turn treacherous with these wintry mix. Now, in terms of the city Lynn, we know that the City Convention Center is shut down today. They are not doing any COVID-19 testing, any COVID-19 vaccinations. We also can tell you that the trash pickup, the recycling pickup, that is canceled today here in the city. Many of those have been pushed over to Saturday. But for now, we've got this rain. It's sort of turning into a sleet mix now that I can hear it kind of bouncing off of my umbrella. Reporting live, I'm Annie Rose Ramos for WJZ.
Thank you, Annie Rose. Our team coverage continues this morning. Stetson Miller is in Finksburg, Carroll County. We've seen some steady snow coming down. Stetson, good morning to you.
Hey, Tim, good morning. Yeah, we've got the flakes coming down here. We've also had some sleet. We've seen a whole mix of precipitation here today, and the roads are looking slick here. That's exactly why officials are telling everybody to stay off these roads.
Salt trucks are at it again, prepping and pre-treating roads.
Our crews have been ready, and they will continue to be for whatever comes our way.
There are more than 1,000 crews and more than 2,000 pieces of equipment on the state's roads right now.
The conditions are going to be treacherous. If any day or 2 days out of this year that you are going to telecommute, this would be it.
BG&E says it's keeping a close eye on the storm, warning Marylanders to be prepared for extended power outages.
And you can track state road crews in real time. Just go to roads.maryland.gov. We are live in Finksburg. Stetson Miller for WJZ. Back to you.
Stetson, be safe. WJZ is your winter weather connection. We have the most experienced weather team in town. You can download our app for updated forecast and information anytime.